The spiritual power of salt. Salt is more than just a common mineral used to flavor food. It carries a profound spiritual significance that has been recognized across cultures and religions for centuries. From ancient rituals to modern spiritual practices, salt has always been seen as a purifying agent, a protector, and a conduit for divine energy. Its ability to cleanse, preserve, and protect is not merely symbolic. It resonates with the natural energies of the universe, making it an incredible tool for spiritual awakening. When you understand the power of salt, you begin to realize that even simple actions, like placing salt in your home, can invite God's presence and create an environment where blessings flow freely. Spiritually, salt is considered a purifier. It absorbs negative energies and transforms stagnant vibrations into clarity and harmony. When negative energy accumulates in a space, whether due to stress, arguments, or unresolved emotions, it can subtly affect your mood, decisions, and even your health. By incorporating salt into your home, you create a natural method to neutralize these energies, restoring balance and promoting a sense of calm. Every sprinkle, every small placement is a conscious act of cleansing, an invitation for light to replace darkness. Affirming, I open my home to God's light and protection. As you do this, strengthens your intention and enhances the spiritual impact. Beyond cleansing, salt is a symbol of protection. Many spiritual traditions use salt to form protective boundaries. Just as a wall shields a home from external dangers, salt acts as an energetic barrier, preventing negativity and harmful influences from entering your sacred space. By placing salt in strategic areas, you are creating a sanctuary, a safe, sacred environment where you, your family, and your spiritual energy are shielded. This practice encourages a heightened sense of security and allows divine energy to flow without obstruction. Salt also has a powerful effect on abundance and divine blessings. It is believed that purity and alignment with God's energy attract positive outcomes, opportunities, and miracles into your life. When your environment is cleansed and energized with spiritual salt, you are creating conditions for divine intervention. God, the universe, or the higher power you believe in responds to spaces that are purified, intentional, and sacred. By maintaining these spiritually clean areas, you are making space for miracles, clarity, and abundance to enter effortlessly. Finally, the spiritual power of salt lies in intention. It is not merely the act of placing salt that carries significance, but the awareness, focus, and faith behind it. When you perform this simple ritual with intention, prayer, or affirmation, you align yourself with higher consciousness. You are telling the universe, I am ready to receive divine guidance, protection, and blessings. This conscious alignment amplifies the effect of the salt, transforming ordinary spaces into extraordinary conduits of spiritual energy. In essence, understanding the spiritual power of salt is the first step toward creating a home where peace, protection, and divine blessings flow freely. It is a small, accessible, yet profoundly effective practice that allows you to connect with God, cleanse your environment, and invite spiritual abundance into every corner of your life. Salt at the entrance of your home. The entrance of your home is more than just a doorway. It is the gateway through which energy, both positive and negative, flows. In spiritual practice, this space holds immense significance because it determines the quality of energy that enters your living environment. By placing salt at the entrance of your home, you are not just performing a ritual, you are creating a protective barrier that prevents negative energy from affecting you and your loved ones. Spiritual awakening teaches that this simple act opens the path for divine energy to move freely, allowing God's blessings, peace, and protection to manifest effortlessly. The front door is symbolic of first impressions, beginnings, and transitions. Every time someone steps through it, or every time external circumstances reach your home, energy is exchanged. Stagnant or harmful energy can creep in unnoticed, subtly affecting your mood, relationships, and overall sense of well-being. By intentionally placing salt at the entrance, you cleanse this threshold, ensuring that only positive, harmonious energy can enter. This practice is a form of spiritual maintenance, keeping your home, a reflection of your inner self, free from unwanted vibrations. The act of placing salt at your entrance is also a statement of intention. Spiritual awakening emphasizes that rituals are most powerful when combined with conscious focus and prayer. As you place salt near your doorway, you might affirm, "I welcome only God's light, peace, and blessings into my home. All negativity is repelled and divine energy flows freely." These words are not just symbolic, they set a vibration that aligns your home with protection and divine favor, creating a sanctuary where spiritual energy can flourish. Furthermore, salt at the entrance serves as a shield. It protects against external stressors, toxic energy from visit, or environmental disturbances that might otherwise disrupt the harmony of your space. By creating this protective barrier, you are asserting control over your environment and demonstrating that your peace is non-negotiable. It reminds you and your family that your home is a sacred space, deserving of care, reverence, and spiritual cleanliness. Beyond protection, this practice also invites abundance and divine intervention. Spiritual principles teach that God, or the higher power you connect with, moves most freely in spaces that are purified, intentional, and sacred. When your entrance is cleansed with salt, you are creating a pathway for blessings to enter alongside positivity and love. Every guest, opportunity, and favorable circumstance that crosses this threshold is welcomed into a space prepared for grace and divine influence. In essence, placing salt at the entrance of your home is a powerful spiritual tool that combines protection, purification, and intention. It transforms the threshold into a sacred gateway, inviting divine energy while keeping negativity at bay. By practicing this simple yet profound ritual, you align your home with God's guidance, ensuring that peace, prosperity, and blessings flow effortlessly into your life. Every time you step across this threshold, you are reminded that your home is a sanctuary, your energy is sacred, and your connection with the divine is active and alive. Salt in the corners of every room. Corners of rooms are often overlooked, yet they play a vital role in the flow of energy within your home. Spiritual awakening teaches that negative or stagnant energy tends to accumulate in these spaces, creating subtle blockages that can affect your mood, relationships, and overall sense of peace. By placing salt in the corners of each room, you are actively cleansing and purifying these hidden areas, allowing positive energy to circulate freely. This simple yet powerful practice transforms your living space into a sanctuary where God's blessings can flow unhindered. Corners are symbolic of hidden aspects of life and energy that may not be immediately visible but have a significant influence. They can hold residual emotions, arguments, stress, or unresolved conflicts that subtly impact your environment. Salt, with its natural purifying properties, absorbs this energy and neutralizes negativity. By sprinkling salt intentionally in each corner, you are performing a spiritual cleansing, not just for your home, but for your mind and spirit as well. Affirming, "I release all negativity, and I welcome peace, divine light, and abundance into every corner of my home," strengthens the power of this act, aligning your space with higher vibrations. Placing salt in corners is also a practice of intention. Spiritual rituals work most effectively when combined with focus and conscious thought. As you place salt, imagine it forming an energetic shield that absorbs negativity and transforms it into positive energy. Picture light filling each corner, turning stagnant areas into channels of harmony, clarity, and divine influence. This visualization amplifies the cleansing effect and strengthens your connection to God, or the higher power you believe in. Another benefit of using salt in corners is the creation of balance and flow. In Feng Shui and other spiritual practices, corners are considered points where energy can stagnate or become trapped. Stagnant energy can manifest as discomfort, tension, or even conflicts in relationships. By placing salt in these areas, you encourage energy to move freely, creating a harmonious environment that supports emotional well-being, clarity of thought, and spiritual growth. Your home becomes not just a living space, but a sacred environment that nurtures your soul. The act of cleansing corners with salt also fosters mindfulness and spiritual discipline. It reminds you to pay attention to subtle aspects of your environment and your life that might otherwise go unnoticed. It teaches you to be intentional about the energy you allow to accumulate and the spaces you nurture. Each corner you cleanse becomes a symbol of your commitment to living consciously, maintaining peace, and inviting divine blessings into every aspect of your life. Ultimately, placing salt in the corners of every room is a practice of purification, protection, and spiritual empowerment. It ensures that negativity has no place to linger, while light, positivity, and divine energy fill every inch of your home. By incorporating this simple yet profound ritual into your daily or weekly practice, you create a living space that supports serenity, spiritual growth, and divine flow. Your home becomes a sanctuary, a reflection of your inner peace, and a place where God can move freely to bring blessings, protection, and harmony into your life. Salt in the kitchen. The kitchen is often considered the heart of the home, a central place where nourishment, warmth, and abundance converge. Spiritually, it is more than just a space for preparing meals. It is a hub of energy that impacts not only your physical health, but also your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Salt in the kitchen serves as a powerful tool for cleansing, protection, and inviting divine blessings into the heart of your home. When used with intention, this simple act can transform your kitchen into a sacred space, amplifying positivity, abundance, and God's presence. The energy in the kitchen is connected to sustenance and provision. It influences how food nourishes the body and how abundance flows in your life. When the energy becomes stagnant or negative, perhaps due to stress, tension, or unresolved emotions, it can subtly affect the vitality of the meals you prepare and the overall harmony in the household. By placing salt in key areas of the kitchen, you purify these energies, creating a space where every meal, every ingredient, and every act of nourishment is blessed. Affirm. This space is cleansed, and all that passes through it brings peace, prosperity, and divine blessings. Salt in the kitchen also serves as a protective measure. It forms an energetic shield that prevents negativity from lingering in this vital space. Kitchens often host high-energy activities, cooking, cleaning, family interactions, which can generate both positive and negative vibrations. Salt absorbs and neutralizes any harmful energy, ensuring that the environment remains harmonious and conducive to spiritual and emotional well-being. This practice encourages a mindset of intentional living, reminding you to cultivate spaces that support both your physical and spiritual health. Beyond protection and purification, salt in the kitchen invites abundance and divine favor. Spiritual traditions have long associated salt with prosperity, preservation, and blessings. By placing salt with awareness and intention, you signal to God or your higher power that this space is sacred and ready to receive divine energy. It encourages the flow of abundance, both materially and spiritually, fostering a home environment that nurtures gratitude, joy, and generosity. Every meal prepared in a purified, protected space carries not just nutrition, but also spiritual vitality. Additionally, placing salt in the kitchen is a practice of mindfulness. It encourages you to pay attention to the energy of the spaces you occupy most frequently and to infuse them with positive intention. By consciously cleansing and protecting your kitchen, you maintain an environment that supports healthy living, emotional balance, and spiritual connection. This ritual strengthens your awareness that every area of your home influences your life, energy, and spiritual alignment. Ultimately, using salt in the kitchen is a powerful act of purification, protection, and spiritual empowerment. It transforms the central hub of your home into a sanctuary where divine energy flows freely, where nourishment is blessed, and where abundance and positivity are ever present. By embracing this practice, you align your home with God's guidance, inviting peace, prosperity, and harmony into the very heart of your living space. The kitchen becomes more than a room. It becomes a sacred place where God can move, bless, and enhance every aspect of your life. Salt in the bedroom. The bedroom is one of the most intimate and personal spaces in your home. It is where rest, rejuvenation, and emotional recovery take place, and it serves as a sanctuary for your mind, body, and spirit. Because of its importance, the energy in the bedroom profoundly impacts your overall well-being, relationships, and spiritual alignment. Spiritual awakening teaches that negative or stagnant energy in the bedroom can subtly interfere with rest, clarity, and emotional balance. By placing salt in strategic areas of your bedroom, you can cleanse, protect, and elevate the energy, creating an environment where peace, serenity, and divine blessings thrive. Salt in the bedroom serves as a purifier. Over time, bedrooms can accumulate energy from daily stress, arguments, or unresolved emotions. Even if you are unaware of it, this stagnant energy can affect your sleep, your mood, and your sense of calm. By placing salt in corners, under the bed, or near windows, you create a natural method for absorbing negative energy and promoting a flow of harmony. Spiritual practice emphasizes that cleansing your personal space is not just about removing negativity. It is about creating an environment where your spirit can rest, heal, and align with divine guidance. Affirm, my bedroom is purified and filled with peace, love, and divine protection. Protection is another essential aspect of placing salt in the bedroom. Your bedroom is where you are most vulnerable, both physically and spiritually. Salt acts as a shield, creating a barrier against any external or lingering negative energies that might interfere with your rest or emotional balance. This practice helps you feel safe, secure, and grounded, knowing that your personal space is energetically fortified. Spiritual awakening teaches that protecting your sanctuary is an act of self-respect and an acknowledgement that your peace is non-negotiable. Salt in the bedroom also promotes emotional clarity and balance. The energy you cultivate in this space affects not only your sleep, but also your emotional and spiritual growth. By cleansing and protecting the room with salt, you invite tranquility, calmness, and divine guidance into your most personal environment. This allows you to wake up refreshed, centered, and aligned with your highest self. Affirm, I release all negativity and welcome serenity, love, and divine blessings into this space. Furthermore, placing salt in the bedroom fosters a deeper spiritual connection. Whether you meditate, pray, or simply reflect in your bedroom, purified energy enhances your ability to connect with God or your higher self. A clean, protected space supports focus, mindfulness, and spiritual growth, allowing you to experience divine guidance more clearly. Ultimately, using salt in the bedroom is a practice of purification, protection, and spiritual empowerment. It ensures that your most personal space supports rest, rejuvenation, emotional clarity, and spiritual alignment. By incorporating this simple yet powerful ritual, you create a sanctuary where peace, divine energy, and blessings can flourish. Your bedroom becomes more than just a place to sleep. It becomes a sacred environment where God can move freely, protecting you, restoring your energy, and filling your life with harmony, serenity, and spiritual abundance. Salt in your spiritual corner or prayer space. Every home benefits from a sacred space, a corner, an altar, or a small area dedicated to prayer, meditation, or reflection. This is where you connect with God, your higher self, or the universal energy that guides your life. Spiritual awakening teaches that the energy in this space profoundly affects your clarity, focus, and spiritual growth. By placing salt in your spiritual corner, you purify and protect this sacred area, creating an environment where divine energy flows uninterrupted and your connection with God is strengthened. Salt in your spiritual space acts as a purifier. Over time, even areas of devotion can accumulate stagnant energy from daily life, emotional stress, or unresolved thoughts. Stagnant energy can create subtle distractions, making it harder to focus during prayer or meditation. By placing salt in this area, you cleanse the energy, ensuring that the space remains vibrant, balanced, and conducive to spiritual connection. As you do this, affirm, this sacred space is cleansed and filled with divine light, guidance, and blessings. Your intention amplifies the power of salt, transforming your spiritual corner into a beacon of peace and divine presence. Protection is another critical purpose of salt in this space. Spiritual corners are where you open yourself to higher energy, making them sensitive to subtle negativity or interference. Salt acts as a shield, preventing any disruptive or harmful energy from entering this area. It preserves the purity and sanctity of your sacred space, allowing you to engage fully in meditation, prayer, or reflection without distraction. Spiritual awakening emphasizes that protecting your sacred space is a reflection of your commitment to personal growth, clarity, and divine alignment. Placing salt in your spiritual area also enhances your ability to receive guidance and blessings. When your space is cleansed and energetically fortified, you are creating conditions for divine communication. God, or the higher power you connect with, responds to spaces that are purified and intentional. Salt, combined with focused intention and prayer, helps open the channels through which guidance, clarity, and inspiration flow. Each time you sit in this corner, you become more attuned to your inner wisdom and higher consciousness. This practice also cultivates mindfulness and discipline. By regularly cleansing and protecting your spiritual corner, you are reminded to nurture your connection with God, maintain clarity of thought, and prioritize spiritual growth. It reinforces the understanding that sacred spaces are reflections of your inner state. When your environment is aligned, your mind and spirit are more aligned as well. Ultimately, placing salt in your spiritual corner or prayer space is a profound act of purification, protection, and empowerment. It transforms an ordinary area into a sacred sanctuary where God's presence, guidance, and blessings are invited to move freely. By incorporating this simple practice into your spiritual routine, you ensure that your connection with the divine remains strong, your energy remains protected, and your life is aligned with clarity, peace, and spiritual abundance. Your spiritual corner becomes a constant reminder that with intention, faith, and purification, God moves in your life, elevating your energy, opening pathways for blessings, and guiding you toward your highest purpose. As we come to the conclusion of this journey, one truth becomes profoundly clear. The energy in your home directly influences your peace, clarity, and spiritual well-being. Every corner, every space, every room carries energy that affects your mind, body, and spirit. By understanding the spiritual power of salt and placing it intentionally in key areas, at the entrance, in the corners, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, and in your spiritual or prayer space, you are creating a home that is not just physically organized, but spiritually alive, vibrant, and aligned with God's energy. Salt is a tool of purification, protection, and empowerment. It absorbs negative energy, cleanses stagnant vibrations, and transforms your environment into a sanctuary where positivity, clarity, and divine blessings flow freely. When placed with intention and accompanied by prayer or affirmation, salt becomes a conduit through which God, or the higher power you believe in, can move unhindered, bringing peace, guidance, and abundance into your life. The entrance of your home, as the first point of energy, sets the tone for everything inside. By placing salt here, you are creating a protective barrier that prevents negativity from entering, ensuring that your home remains a sanctuary of light and blessing. Corners, often overlooked, accumulate stagnant energy that can subtly disrupt harmony. Sprinkling salt in these hidden spaces cleanses and balances the energy, allowing positivity to circulate freely throughout your home. The kitchen, as the heart of nourishment and abundance, benefits tremendously from this spiritual practice. Salt in the kitchen ensures that the energy surrounding your food, family, and provision is purified and protected, inviting prosperity, gratitude, and divine favor into every meal and every moment. The bedroom, your space of rest and intimacy, is equally important. Salt here reshields you from lingering negativity, allowing you to sleep peacefully, rejuvenate fully, and wake up aligned with your highest self. Finally, your spiritual corner or prayer space is where your connection with God or your higher self is strongest. By placing salt in this sacred area, you enhance the flow of divine energy, amplify your intentions, and maintain clarity and focus during meditation, prayer, or reflection. This ensures that your spiritual practice remains powerful, uninterrupted, and deeply transformative. The underlying lesson is simple but powerful. Your environment shapes your life. By cleansing, protecting, and energizing your home, you are also cleansing, protecting, and empowering your spirit. Every act of placing salt with intention is a declaration of faith, a conscious alignment with God's guidance, and a commitment to living in harmony, peace, and abundance. Remember, God moves where there is space, clarity, and intention. By incorporating this simple yet profound practice into your life, you invite divine energy to flow through your home, transforming every room into a sanctuary of light, protection, and blessings. Your home becomes a reflection of your inner peace, your spiritual alignment, and your readiness to receive the miracles that God is ready to send. Let this practice be a reminder that when you create space for the divine, everything in your life, peace, prosperity, love, and clarity, flows naturally,